People drink to socialize, celebrate, and unwind. Undoubtedly, alcohol has had an impact on people throughout history. It has a strong effect and it has brought people together. In moderate amounts, alcohol consumption has been found out to be beneficial. It may even protect against some disorders. Unfortunately, alcohol has been consumed in excessive amounts. Alcohol abuse has claimed more lives than substance abuse. Worldwide, it accounts for approximately 1.8 million deaths per year, or 3.2% of all deaths.
When one drinks alcohol, it is rapidly absorbed from the gastrointestinal tract with no conversion to other products. 60% of the ethanol consumed is in the bloodstream within 1 hour. By 1.5 hours, the amount absorbed is increased to over 90%. Absorption is slowed when ethanol is consumed with food. After entering the circulation, ethanol is metabolized by the liver. Alcohol dehydrogenase oxidizes the ethanol to form acetaldehyde. The acetaldehyde is either excreted or converted to acetate, which is then utilized in the mitochondrial respiratory chain. At high doses of alcohol, the microsomal ethanol oxidizing system, or MAOS, also participates. This system involves the hepatic cytochrome P450 enzymes, particularly 2E1, located in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The hydrogen released by this reaction is bound to oxygen and to reduce nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate to form water and NADP. Overall, the reaction takes energy rather than producing it. Catalase in peroxisomes also metabolizes up to no more than 5% of ethanol in the liver. When catalase turns alcohol into acetaldehyde, the hydrogen released is bound to hydrogen peroxide molecules, which then combine to form water. 90 to 98% of ethanol consumed is converted in the liver, while the remainder is excreted primarily by the kidney, and 0.5 to 1.5% is lost through respiration.
So what does alcohol exactly do to our body? Adverse effects can be acute or chronic. Acute alcoholism mainly affects the CNS, but it may induce hepatic and gastric changes as well. In particular, acute alcoholism causes hepatic steatosis, acute gastritis, and ulceration to the damage to the liver, gastrointestinal tract, CNS, cardiovascular system, and pancreas. However, the liver is the main site of injury. On the other end of the spectrum, chronic alcoholism affects virtually all organs. Chronic alcoholics have a shortened lifespan due to the damage to the liver, gastrointestinal tract, CNS, cardiovascular system, and pancreas. However, the liver is the main site of injury. In pregnancy, chronic alcoholism can cause fetal alcohol syndrome, which includes microcephaly, growth retardation, and cognitive impairment. It may also cause vitamin B deficiency and lead to malnutrition. Lastly, it increases the risk of acquiring cancer of the oral cavity, esophagus, liver, and breast. So, does this mean that our happy days are over? Don't fret. When taken in moderation, alcohol consumption can increase HDL and reduce platelet aggregation, thus reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease.
According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, it is estimated in the year 2010, approximately 153 million to 300 million people between 1 and 64 years of age used an illicit substance at least once. Based on statistics, 15 to 19.3 million people, equivalent to 0.3 to 0.4 of the total population worldwide, used cocaine at least once in a year. Now cocaine initially makes you feel good. You'll have an increasing sense of energy and alertness, an extremely elevated mood, and a feeling of supremacy. You can spot a person on cloud 9 based on signs like dilated pupils, high levels of energy and activity, and excited, exuberant speech. This elated feeling lasts for about 20 minutes to 2 hours, depending on route of administration. Smoking or injecting cocaine results in a faster high compared to snorting coke. After this, dopamine levels plummet down, bringing with it your mood. People would often use more cocaine in order to reach the same high again, leading to tolerance, addiction, and drug dependence. At this point, you begin to notice the undesirable effects like irritability, paranoia, restlessness, and anxiety. Chronic abuse may even lead to delusional parasitosis, wherein the user feels like bugs and insects are crawling under their skin, causing him to scratch, bite, and basically injure himself trying to get the bugs out.
So how does this actually happen? In the CNS, dopamine is released into the synaptic cleft and binds to postsynaptic receptors. Dopamine is involved in reward, motivation, and the experience of pleasure and motor function. Cocaine acts by inhibiting dopamine reuptake in the CNS, therefore increasing dopamine concentration in the synaptic cleft. The rapid increase in dopamine in the reward regions of the brain produces the feeling of euphoria or high in the users. Eventually, there will be a downregulation of dopamine receptors, leading to weakened pleasure signals, then to withdrawal and drug addiction. Cocaine generally harms the brain, heart, blood vessels, and lungs, and can even cause sudden death. Here are some other effects of cocaine on the body. Cocaine users have a 14-fold increase in risk of ischemic or hemorrhagic stroke, causing atherosclerosis of the basal vasculature of the brain. Cocaine may cause generalized tonic and clonic convulsions as well as focal seizures. Cocaine inhibits norepinephrine reuptake at the synaptic nerve terminals, causing the accumulation and potentiation of its sympathetic activity. Therefore, there is significant increase in cardiac contractility, heart rate, and blood pressure.
Another common substance implicated in drug abuse is marijuana or weed. It is made from the leaves of the cannabis sativa plant, which contains the psychoactive substance tetrahydrocannabinol. Marijuana use is widespread among young people. It can be smoked in hand-rolled cigarettes, in cigars, or in pipes. It can also be mixed in food or brewed as tea. It is estimated that between 2.6 to 5% of adults worldwide, or 119 million to 224 million people, used marijuana in 2010. Hyperactivation of these receptors causes a high feeling. It also distorts the user's sensory perception and impairs motor coordination. It continues to progress to cognitive and psychomotor impairments, such as inability to judge time, speed, and distance. Long-term use affects brain development. When marijuana users begin using as teenagers, the drug may reduce thinking, memory, and learning function.
Marijuana smoke irritates the lungs, and frequent marijuana smokers can have the same breathing problems that tobacco smokers have. This include daily cough and phlegm, more frequent lung illness, and a higher risk of lung infection. Marijuana raises heart rate for up to 3 hours after smoking. This effect may increase the chance of heart attack. Older people and those with heart problems may be at a higher risk. Marijuana use during pregnancy is linked to increased risk of both brain and behavioral problems. The child may have problems with attention, memory, and problem solving. Additionally, some research suggests that moderate amounts of THC are excreted into the breast milk of nursing mothers. Every year, 3.3 people million die due to alcoholism, and 250,000 die of drug abuse. Don't be one of them.